Good morning. I'm Dana, prayer chaplain here. I welcome all of you here into the sanctuary as well as our online guests. So we're going to begin our morning meditation, just understanding that there may be murmurs around us, and we just use that as an opportunity to go deeper. So this morning I have a meditation on world peace to share with you. Let us close our eyes and take a deep breath, settling into the stillness within. We're recognizing that peace is not an absence of conflict, but a presence we can cultivate, even in the face of turmoil. The world calls to us. Though headlines, crisis, and suffering may press against our awareness, let us not turn away or become overwhelmed. Instead, may we stand firmly in our center, knowing we can witness pain without being consumed by it. Let us hold space for what is difficult while remaining anchored in the truth of divine love, flowing in and through every worldly condition. I imagine us like the sun behind the morning fog, always shining, even when obscured. Our resilience is the warmth that burns away illusion, clearing the haze of fear, doubt, and despair. Breathe deeply now. Allow divine light to fill you, to steady you, to move through you. And now from this grounded place, engage with the world as a bearer of clarity, compassion, and courage. Just know that our peace is active, our presence powerful. We are here, fully awake, ready to be a force for healing. So I invite you to open your eyes when you're ready, renewed, to meet the day. And so it is.
can be your mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be a street light showing you the way home. You can hold my hand when you need to let go. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seed, plant a little happiness, let the roots run deep. If it's love that we give, then it's love that we reap. If we want a garden, we're gonna have to sow the seeds. Oh, I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done.
I invite you to go within, allow yourself to just be with the energy of the music, the energy of this community, and allow yourself just to rest in it and just be open to all that is, all that we have to be grateful for in this moment, at this time. And let's breathe into that, knowing that God is here, that love is here, and we have all we need in this moment. And so it is.
The door is always open, your picture's on my wall. Everyone's a little broken, and everyone belongs. Yeah, everyone belongs. I want a house with a crowded table and a place by the fire for everyone. Let us take on the world while we're young and able, and bring us back together when the day is done. And bring us back together when the day is done. Is done. Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. Let's give it up for Amanda Birdsall joining us today. She's amazing. Well, good morning. You all look lovely. We made it with the time change. Again, we're trying something new with the flow of service. So we're going to start with our meet and greet, and then we're going to go right into the sing-along. So be ready for us to call you back. But please stand and greet your neighbor and say good morning. I'm in the right place, at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Sort of ironic that I wasn't in the right place at the right time. All right, we're going to go right into our sing-along. So please join us. The lyrics will be up on the screen. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Let's let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Let's let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Let's let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. Let the peace one more time. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. Let's let the love a little quieter. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. Beautiful. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. That was lovely.
No popping. Good morning and welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. It is my honor and privilege to be your platform host, assistant, whatever title they're using today, but MC. I'll just call it MC. So we are so happy you're here. And our friends online, we're happy to see you too. So do you know how beautiful it is to stand up here and see all you amazing spirits? It just washes over me. So I think Grace is going to bring up some of our beautiful young people.
Let's welcome our youth. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your kindness. We see the light within you. Cherish your presence. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your kindness. We see the light within you and cherish your presence. And so it is, and so it is in love.
Hi, I'm Grace Golger. I am one of your fabulous youth and ministry family directors. and I get to do the super fun part of my job is talking about these lovely youth. This is why I do what I do, when I get to love up and brag on my youth. So we have a big celebration today for one of our youth who has been in my Unikid class and has now moved up to be a Uniteen. Quentin is going to share about his black belt journey, and I'm going to bring up his fabulous mom, Sarah, to talk about it.
Stick with it and blast through it until I got my black belt, and I received my black belt in Kung Fu on Friday, 12th of 2026.
So just a little bit of a backstory on Quentin. So when Quentin was an infant, he was diagnosed with torticollis as a result of acid reflux from dairy intolerance. Torticollis, for those of you who don't know, is an underdevelopment of the neck muscles on one side, which for an infant can impact their overall development. When he was about 4 months old, he started physical therapy because he couldn't roll over. He was in physical therapy for about a year, and then he moved to occupational therapy. And then at 28 months, he moved from occupational therapy to speech therapy. At 7, he was still really struggling with some basic things like balance, and they diagnosed him with femoral torsion, which is a twisting of the femurs. Instead of doing more physical therapy again, we decided to enroll him in Kung Fu, and it was definitely the best decision we ever made.
See, aren't our youth amazing? And his black belt has his name on it. 10 times cooler. So we've got hospitality today. We've got some fun, yummy treats. We have Quentin's favorite, brownies with chocolate fudge frosting and caramel in them. So after service, come join us for a yummy treat and see Quentin's awesome black belt. So if you would rise as you are able and join us in blessing our youth.
We thank you for your love. We thank you for your kindness. We see the light within you and cherish your presence. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your kindness. We see the light within you, cherish your presence. And so it is, and so it is in love.
I imagine some of us would be hugely different people if we grew up in unity. But in the meantime, some of us were still teenagers and 30s when we came. So, we have a mission. That's a practical spirituality, welcoming community. That means Spirit doesn't have a whole lot of rules. Some people make them up. But welcoming community, that's what we're really here for. To see each other, to see the beauty and the wisdom, and to be with people in their highest highs and their lowest lows. That's, to me, community. And that's what we're grounded in. So, Okay, our invocation and vision. Please join me. Though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. And we gather today to remember such truths and to celebrate our unity and honor all life. And we also, every week, share one of our core values. And the core values have an acronym EMPOWER, because we have very creative people that can figure this out. So, EMPOWER is the acronym for the core values we hold at Unity in Lynnwood. Each letter names one of these values. So this week, we embrace interfaith. We actively see and enthusiastically include truth from all great spiritual traditions. And that's why we welcome everybody. So, we welcome our online people, our online community, our online friends. We have John from Uganda, so now we're international this week. Deb's from South Jersey. Ursula, I wanted to say that right, in Cocoa, Florida. Tom and Trish in Edmonds, kind of probably missed daylight savings time, somebody. Dale in Lake Stevens. So we're very grateful that you're here. I know Angie uses a tablet, but I'm still a paper person. So now, let's look at the camera over. Fran is there with it. Say hi to our friends. And say it enthusiastically, because you may be watching this another time and see yourself on it. So cheer yourself. Today, for me, the word is joy. I don't have daily word, but I'll just share some thoughts on joy, because I took a vow at a certain certification, and one of it is sprinkle joy wherever I go, wherever my path leads me. And what does that mean? Well, joy is kind of showing up in nature. The cherry blossoms, the little crocuses, the daffodils. So if you go up to Skagit Valley, you'll see fields of yellow daffodils. And next month, we'll talk about the other colors. But it's just, to me, joyous, looking out. Nature is saying, I love you. And this is how I'm demonstrating it. I'm waking up. So remember that joy wherever you are. I was behind somebody at McDonald's this morning, and they had two little stickers in the back of the window. One I won't share, but the other one was a picture of those of us who know five speeds. And they were talking about danger, extinction of this whole 5-speed, because we're kind of lazy with automatics. But remember that joy is planted everywhere. It's moments, seconds. And once you start really, really tuning into that, you can sprinkle that for everybody else. So just remember, you are a joy sprinkler. And so it is. So who we are. We are together to celebrate, honor, and affirm the divine presence in each of us. Most people don't really think about that, or maybe they don't think they have it, but you are the unique, beautiful, wonderful expression of divinity walking around. Remember that. And as knowing this expression of divinity that you are unique, we welcome you into our community, no matter age, young or old, race, abilities, religious traditions, cultural background, gender, or orientation. Those all make you who you are. And wouldn't it be boring if we were all the same? So, welcome to Unity in Lynnwood. And then I have to find my next page. Okay. I think now we're showering the people.
We will. If you know it, please feel free to sing along. We're going to bring Amanda back up for some backup vocals. You can play the game, you can act out the part, but you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. Well, this is widely known. Oh, and what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. It's better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Oh, and things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Can we all sing it one more time? Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Yes, and things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Thank you. Thanks to Amanda.
Good morning, everybody. I say this every week, but we are so blessed. The music here, By the time I get up here, I feel like so open and so like connected. It's incredible. So thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Kelly. Your voices together are phenomenal. They really are. Okay, so today my title is Who is My Teacher? Embracing Light and Shadow. And I'd like to start with a story. So once there was a man who had become frustrated with his shadow. Wherever he went, it went. When he sat down, it sat with him. When he rose, it rose. And he began to see it as an enemy. He felt like it was an embarrassment. It was always showing up where he was. And he really felt like he needed to get rid of it, so he hatched a plan. The next time the sun was rising up and his shadow was stretched out way behind him, he decided he was going to run. So he ran, and he ran, and he ran faster, but every time he looked back, the shadow was still there. So he ran even faster until he couldn't run anymore, and he just collapsed. And in that moment, he realized that when he stopped running, his shadow was just there. It wasn't chasing him. It wasn't attacking him. It just was. And he realized that anytime light is shining on him, there's going to be a shadow. So he got up and he brushed himself off, and he decided to just let the shadow be. He started taking the shadow with him everywhere he went and was so grateful that it was there. Our shadows are those things about ourselves that we have, at some point in our lives, decided were not okay. They're inappropriate. We can't show that part of ourselves. And it's different for everyone. You know, we all have different experiences. We all have different memories from childhood. And so we have these different parts of ourselves that have been pushed down. We don't want to see that. We don't want to acknowledge that. However, when we push those down, we lose a part of ourselves. And we start to see that part showing up in places that make us uncomfortable. The shadow work that we do in New Thought and even in psychology is so powerful, because as we learn about our shadows and as we learn that we can embrace those, we learn self-compassion, we learn empathy for others, and we can show up fully as our whole selves. So I'm so excited to share this with you today. And I'd like to start with an affirmation, if we could. And I'm going to say it, and then we can say it together. All that appears before me is my teacher, calling me to greater wholeness. All that appears before me is my teacher, calling me to greater wholeness. So I want you to think about, how does that feel when you say that? Yeah, that's awesome, yeah. So it feels good. Maybe there's a little bit of resistance, like everything's my teacher, really? Everything? But this is the truth of it. Every person, every experience is teaching us something. And when we can see that, it'll help us to shift from anger, frustration, judgment to, what am I here to learn today? What is my shadow here to teach me? So one of the ways this has shown up for me, first of all, I remember starting out in Unity. I loved psychology books. I was obsessed with them. But I started out in Unity, and this idea of the shadow came up. And I had to start looking at those things. Like, you know, there are certain people, certain personalities that will drive you crazy. Right? You're like, right? That's because they're pointing to something within you. They're mirroring something that you're not allowing yourself to express or be. Somewhere along the line in my life, I learned that being proud of yourself is egotistical or shallow, or that's not okay. You can't bring attention to yourself, right? And there was a long time where I would be with people who would be so confident and so happy with who they were and what they were accomplishing, and I would feel so uncomfortable, like sick to my stomach uncomfortable. And this work helped me to realize it's not about them. It's not about them at all. It's about me believing that somehow it's not okay for me to love myself, to be proud of what I've done, to show up and say anything nice about myself. Does anyone else have that energy? And honestly, it was so bad. I still kind of work with this, because I'll find that when I am saying, wow, I'm good at this job. Whew. I get that stomach that, ooh, really? So these are the things that we want to look at. How is that shadow showing up for you? What is the thing that you're not allowing yourself to integrate, that you're not embracing about who you are? Because there is good, even in those things that we think we aren't supposed to be. There's good in being able to see what you've accomplished and being able to celebrate that. There's good in, being bold and showing up with everything you are. We don't always have to just, keep it quiet and be nice and say the right thing. It's powerful to embrace all of it, that lightness and the shadow that comes up for us. Oops. So everything and everyone is our teacher, and I have a slide of that. I'm trying out slides. Okay, so the different types of slides. Oh yeah, you're bigger. So different type of teachers. Some are mirrors. Some people are mirrors. Some experiences are mirrors where, have you ever been with someone and you love them? You love their energy. Whoa. You love their energy. You love their kindness. You love their confidence, whatever it is. That's them express that mirroring back to you, something that you are good with, that you love, right? That's something that's part of you. Same happens when you're with someone who is uncomfortable, who is maybe, loud or is boastful. And you look at it and you in those moments you might feel uncomfortable, but that's also mirroring that's part of you as well. That you also have that within you, but you aren't allowing yourself to acknowledge it. We have guides, those people in our lives, those experiences that help us to see the good that we are, that soothe us, that inspire us, that help us to really acknowledge all of those things that are so great about all of us. We also have our gurus. These are our big teachers. These are the people who, when we meet them, we feel frustrated. We feel a big energy, big resistance. Yeah. And these are people who we might not even know why. We're just I can't. The people who trigger you, right? And they're there because they're helping you to see where your shadow is, where you need healing. And they're helping you to find that space. If you look at it and you're like, well, I don't like that. They're so strong and big. Where am I holding myself back? Why do I think it's not okay? Where am I shaming myself for that? And these gurus, when you look at the people who are in front of you as your teachers, it really shifts how you look, how you feel about them. Instead of being like, those people bother me, we can say, wow, I'm feeling a lot of energy. I wonder where that's coming from. What am I believing about myself, about this personality trait that is creating this discomfort in me? It's never about the person in front of you, it's about you. And where are you resisting? Where are you holding an old belief? And those opportunities show up as an invitation to look at it and see how we can grow, how we can heal, and how we can really see the wholeness of other people as well. And sometimes we have like those gurus that just keep coming back in different forms. Yeah. And those lessons, they're like, nope, you did not learn it. We're just going to keep coming back and let you have another opportunity to look at this. Those are like our life coaches, right? Just keep coming back. And the reason we want to bring in all of these pieces of ourselves is, first of all, because it's exhausting trying to hold back who you are. It's like the man in the story, he's just running and running and running and running, trying to get away from this shadow, and he's exhausted. You know, it's so difficult to live in that world where we're not really being true to who we are, where we're angry at all the things around us because they're triggering those little insecurities or old beliefs. It's exhausting. And it's important that we integrate all of this because it's who we are. This is who we're meant to be. This is who we're meant to show up as in this world. All of these pieces show up as a part of our truth. And when we come from that space, it feels authentic. And we're coming from love instead of fear. We're coming from honesty for who we are. And it's freedom. I feel like I said this recently in a talk, but I'm going to say it again. When we have those buttons, we have those triggers, we live at the whim of anyone who knows how to push that, right? Anyone who shows up with that energy, we are living at the whim of that person. When we do our work, when we figure out why am I reacting this way, what am I believing about myself, and do that healing, magically they'll go away. Or at least we won't notice them anymore. Because it won't be a trigger, right? The button's gone. We get to remove that ourselves. So these are the reasons why it's so important that we are aware. And this work isn't always easy, because it isn't really ever easy, probably. But because we're looking at our stuff, we're looking at those things that we've been repressing for years and years because we're afraid that it's not okay. We're too much. We're too little. There's good to every aspect of our personality. It's just finding that piece and choosing to accept it and embrace it and love it. Some of the practical steps we can take in our lives are, pretty typical for Unity journaling. When you feel that strong reaction like you're angry more than you've ever been angry about this thing before ever, and you don't know why, that's your sign to take a break. Sit with it. Maybe meditation is your thing, maybe journaling, but sit with it and allow yourself to go into it. What is this? What am I feeling, first of all? What am I believing that is causing that feeling? Where might this have come from? If you remember, one of the most powerful moments I've had was I was in youth ministry, and I was so insecure about everything I did, and somebody had given me some advice. But of course, I was really insecure, so I was taking it as criticism. And I sat with it, and I did this work, and I had this memory of someone in my life who used to give me support, but not necessarily in a way that was healthy. And I realized I wasn't allowing this advice to come through because it felt dangerous. It felt uncomfortable, and I had a really good cry. And then, like I said before, amazingly, when I would work with that person after that, it didn't seem to come up anymore. But I could see it too. Having an awareness can totally shift an energy. So when you come up against that energy next time, you can be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was coming from this space in me. And you can be gentle with yourself. And you can be kind and compassionate. And you can also be gentle and kind and compassionate to the people you're interacting with. Because you can, as you learn to love yourself in all your many pieces, it becomes more and more easy to love all the pieces of all the people around you and to understand them on a deeper level. So Ram Dass said, I have a quote, "The shadow is the greatest teacher for how to come to the light." Because we don't always recognize that we're not in the light until we get caught up in that shadow and we're like, oh yeah. And once again, it's every person. Every experience we have is an opportunity to learn something about ourselves, something about the world, and to gain a deeper understanding and acceptance of who we are. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up our last affirmation. So we're going to say this again. So this is a different one. Every experience serves the awakening of wholeness in me. And I want you to, when we say it, I want you to really feel it. So every experience serves the awakening of wholeness in me. Say that one more time. Every experience serves the awakening of wholeness in me. And imagine what that feels like, wholeness. What would that feel like? Just to know this is me and I'm good. I am perfect just as I am. I accept all of the pieces. So let's go ahead and go into a meditation where we can kind of take this in a little bit deeper. So I invite you to get still. Allow your body to just relax and be in this moment. We awaken to all that we are right now and always. We breathe in that feeling of wholeness, that understanding that all of our parts are important. Knowing that even what feels challenging is an opportunity to grow. And I invite you to take a moment and think about where in your life are you holding back a piece of yourself? You can think about what are the things that really trigger you, that really frustrate you. Why? Why does it affect you? What do you believe? What are you believing about yourself? What are you believing about the experience? And allow yourself just to see it. And say, I see you. You are welcome here. I embrace all that I am. And through this, I awaken compassion, joy, understanding, acceptance. I see the wholeness in others. I see the wholeness in myself. And I share that light with the world around me. Let's take a deep breath into that space and out. As we step forward, knowing that we are willing to embrace all of who we are, that we are willing to see what feels like a shadow and see that it is good. It is light. It is here to help us be all that we are. So I invite you back to this space, bringing through that love, that compassion, that joy for who you are. And when you feel ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And this week, try noticing when life brings you a teacher, pleasant or prickly. Pause and affirm, thank you for showing up. I'm willing to learn. And in that willingness, the experiences and people will transform. They'll transform from challenges to opportunities. Thank you so much.
Thank you and your patience while we learn. So now we are calling spirit in. We're calling prosperity in. Remember, okay, there they are. I thought we lost our offering servants. As we remember to give, or prepare to give, we remember that every gift we share is an act of love and an act of faith, a way of saying yes to the work of Spirit here in Unity in Lynnwood and in the world. Your generosity helps us create a place of belonging, peace, and transformation to all who enter. We invite you to give from the heart, knowing that as you give, you also receive. For in God's economy, love always multiplies. And you can also give through our website or by texting. We have a text, 425-358-3335. Go ahead and save that on your phone, so when in the moment you feel like generosity is like flowing, you can just text it.
All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
So we take these offerings with love and gratitude, knowing that they are flowing forth to do good in our ministry and in the world. And together we say, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you.
What a joy, what a joy. It's always wonderful to have our youth, I won't say children because they're teens now, oh my gosh, be in service to all of us. And now I would like to welcome first-time guests. Our ambassador today, who is here to help you find your way through Unity. So if you are here or haven't been here for a while, now I'm one of those that took a many-year sabbatical and came back, but if you haven't been here for a while, say yes. If this is your first time, raise your hand a little bit, and we have somebody that will help you find your way through the labyrinth of Unity in Lynnwood. She knows where the bathrooms are. So thank you, Jana. Now, let us do our invitations. Yes! So I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of a party girl. Although I did miss game night, but I'm sure. How was it? Okay. I have a feeling that it might happen again. So we are so blessed this year. We are going to have a Maundy, Thursday service. It gives us a time during the last week of Lent before Easter to experience what it was like 2,000 years ago and to get in that feeling, knowing that there was darkness and then light showed up. So, and that's kind of why, Easter's kind of why we have Christianity and unity in Lynnwood. So, anyway, please, Thursday, April 2nd, come join us so we can serve you. And Angie's having a membership class April 19th. So if you've been wanting to become a member or just curious about Unity in Lynnwood, Unity has a fabulous history. I love taking, like the history of Unity, history of New Thought. Join Angie after service at 12:30 so that you can learn a little bit about us and say, yes, I want to be a member. Because as American Express says, I think, membership has its privileges. So, and I'm supposed to invite Tori, but I do not see Tori. Has anybody seen her today? Well, then I will just step here and pretend I'm Tori, because from the back, I hear I look like her. So we're having a women's gathering retreat the weekend of May 3rd and 4th? 2nd and 3rd. So we're going to go play in Federal Way in this Dumas Bay retreat, and it's a fabulous place, and you can get together with women and giggle and do crafts and pray, or just get away from it all and be in a deeper community with the women in this center. And invite your friends. It's not just, we're not exclusive. We welcome everybody. So if you have a friend that you know that needs to get away a little bit, invite her. So I think today's the last day for registration, and it's online. I'm not sure if anybody can do it here, but if not, we can find a way, because I know how to run a computer, if I can find one. So anyway, women's retreat, come play. I'm going to be there, so you want to come. So thank you for today and allowing me to be here. And I guess Angie gets to close us out.
Thank you so much, Chris. So I do actually want to talk about game night. If you didn't get a chance to go, it was so much fun. We had a great time. So make sure you go next time, because we got to really connect. We got to switch tables and get to know more people. So I hope to see you there next time. As always, when we close, we will have our prayer chaplains available. So if you're looking for support, prayer support, or if you're looking just to get a little bit more connected within, please come up to the front here, and Chris and Dana will be here to help you with your prayers. And for those of you online, if you'd like prayer support, you can send an email to prayer@unityinlynnwood.org, and we can respond to you there. If you'd like us to call, leave your phone number. All right, so let's go ahead and close with prayer. Wow, this morning has been amazing. So much love, so much joy, the music, fantastic. And now we get to go out into the world, and we get to take all of this with us as we move forward as the light that is shining, as the spirit of love. We get to take all of this forward. We get to take this into our lives, into our friendships, our relationships. And so as we move forward, we just sit with gratitude and so much joy for what we have and who we are, all of the different parts of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and Lord, teach the people to stop fighting, start uniting, live as one. Let's get together, love each forever, sanctuary for you. Thank you, Unity in Lynnwood. Have a beautiful week. Thanks again to Amanda and everyone who made the service. Thank you. See you next time.